Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to see you all here today. Happy December, it's a good day. It's a good day to celebrate, and we're going to do that. We're getting pretty festive here, It looks nice, right? Well, let's stand and celebrate together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's Christmas, the whole world rejoices. Let's lift up our voices and be of good cheer. It's Christmas, the angels are singing, the bells are ringing, that Christmas is here. All right, try it with us. It's Christmas, the whole world rejoices. Let's lift up our voices and be of good cheer. It's Christmas, the angels are singing, the bells are ringing, that Christmas is here. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus the Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus the Christ is born. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. It's Christmas, the whole world rejoices. Let's lift up our voices and be of good cheer. It's Christmas, the angels are singing, the bells are ringing, that Christmas is here. That Christmas is here. Christmas is here.
Good morning. It's officially Christmas season. Yay! I love it. You look beautiful. I like the reds. It's gorgeous. Let's pray. Let's pray. Giving great thanks for this day, for this morning, knowing it is just joyous, fun-filled, happy, knowing that Spirit lives right in our hearts all the time. There is only one thing happening. It is the activity of Spirit right here, right now, operating through us. We are that outpicturing of the one life of God's, with all of the fun and all of the joy and all of the wisdom, all of the peace that God is flowing through us, so that we can demonstrate it in the physical world. So I give great thanks for this, for the coming together to remember that there is only one life. It is God's life. It is whole, perfect, and complete. It is the life we are living right here, right now. And so it is. Yay. How's it going? Got all your Christmas shopping done already, right? No. It's officially Christmas season because we had a Christmas party last night. It was just lovely. It was our last Gourmet for God event, and it was a Christmas tree decorating with Kim and Dre, and it was just lovely. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful thing. You missed it. You're all going to have to bid on it next year if we do it again next year, right? It was just fun, and it just really kicked off the Christmas season for us, didn't it? Lovely. And our decorations are all getting together. We're not done yet, but every week you come in, there'll be a little more and a little more. It's fabulous, and it's fun. So just breathe that in, right? So you're all ready, you're all wrapped, everything. You're just sitting back having hot chocolate and watching the Hallmark Channel, right? No. Okay, never mind. Don't worry. It all gets done. Let's put it that way, right? It all gets done by Christmas Eve, and we'll be all here again having fun. So, speaking of having fun, if you don't feel like you're having fun right now, maybe a little stressed, maybe a little edgy, we have the antidote for that. They're called licensed practitioners. They are all around. Practitioners and ministers, raise your hand. Look around the room. These delightful people, yes, these are the ones. These delightful people are the ones that sit and pray with us. And they know the truth for us when we have temporarily misplaced it. When we forget who we are, when we forget whose we are, when we forget that we are the divine outpicturing of the beloved, these practitioners remember for us. And we know prayer changes things. So see a practitioner at the end of the celebration. They'll be up here at the front of the room. We have prayer request forms in the bulletin. Fill it out. Put your phone number on. We'll call you at home, pray with you over the phone, or we'll pray on your voicemail. Voicemail, that's what it is. We'll pray on the voicemail, and you can listen to it over. It really helps. It really changes things because it changes us. That's the whole point. So see a practitioner today. Don't leave here without. Let's see. What else have I got for you? I am, the elf, so I have to have something. Got to have presents. Here we are. We have guest packets. Guest packets tell you more about who we are as a spiritual community. Tells you about Centers for Spiritual Living, the worldwide movement, and that we are affiliated with. Tells you all sorts of things in this little tiny packet. So pick one up, open it, read through it, give it to somebody that you know and love that would love to change their lives as well. And now we're going to say the greeting that's on the front. And we're going to say it for ourselves and for each other and for our online community. Hi, how you doing out there? And we're going to say it now. Ready? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. And so now just turn to somebody you know or don't know and say, welcome to Vision. Glad you're here. Thank you. Yay. We're doing so well. We're just a chatty group. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it over to James now. He's our choir director, and he's standing in with the celebration singers and singing, and we're going to sing with them. We're going to do our centering song to prepare us for a 5-minute meditation.
So if you didn't grow up a Judeo-Christian heritage kind of church, you might not know the word Emmanuel, which is just translated to God with us. It comes from the birth story of Jesus, but it also goes back to the prophet Isaiah in the Hebrew Bible, where both Isaiah and his wife were going to have a baby, and Mary and Joseph are going to have a baby later. And in both cases, they use this word Emmanuel, which means God with us, because those births were supposed to be a symbol. Because obviously, they named him Jesus, not Emmanuel, right? It was a symbol that God with us. So that's what we're using as our meditation this month. 3, 4, 1. God with
Yes, I'm wearing reading glasses. I'm Lori Sheets. I'm one of the staff ministers here at Vision. I'm going to give a few quotations, and I want to invite you into them, take them into your heart as we move into the silence and allow all the tones of the bell to bring us into a 5-minute meditation. Our life pursuit is to continue moving to a higher state of being. This requires us to release old energy from our heart. Think if stumbling, move over the past transformation of our lives, and that is from soft soul. It is necessary that we release all thoughts, as well as things that either clutter up our minds or do not longer serve us. And that's from our founder, Ernest Holmes. It is such a joy to be together, to meditate, have community and fellowship in this most sacred time of year. We are together with open minds and open hearts, knowing that each step we take brings us closer to Spirit. I call this Spirit God, the presence, and the beloved, and know that God is all there is. Every part of nature, all circumstances, all actions are directed by this divine energy. All paths lead to God, for there is nowhere else to go. When I think of Spirit, I feel the oneness with all that God is. These expressions of God are waiting to be expressed through me as me. It is so easy to just surrender and welcome Spirit flowing through me. I remember I do not seek love, I radiate love. I do not seek joy, I radiate joy. And I do not seek grace, I radiate grace. All thoughts, beliefs, and ideas that keep me away from my good are dismissed and dissolve into nothing. So it is here right now that I know that I have done the work. And now it's time for the full expression of Spirit as it abounds. I release anything that prevents me from manifesting my heart's desire. I feel the joy to know that Spirit is the master, creating, guiding, guarding me to my highest good. I heed to the still small voice within me, knowing that this intuition puts everything in divine order. And so I am so grateful to know that the power and the presence of Spirit is alive and well in my life, and that the connection I have with Spirit is sacred. There is no better feeling than to know that I am one with this presence, and I use this power every breath that I take to create a world that works for everyone. These words now take flight and manifest with all the joy and grace that the beloved offers. And so it is. I do like everyone so red and everything. It's my pleasure to introduce our musical talent for today, Lisa Sanders. She is a member of the San Diego Hall of Fame. Please help me welcome Lisa Sanders.
It's so good to be with you again.
Followed you home late in the evening. You went straight for my heart. We talked all night long. At the start of the day, you asked me to stay. I went out of my mind, stayed all day long. Hold out your hand, and I'll give you everything I can. I'll find a way to show you my love every day. Can I give that to you? Let me show it to you. Come on and dance. Come on and dance. Pictures of you I have in my pocket all day and night. You're with me always. Hold out your hand, and I'll give you everything I can. I'll find a way to show you my love every day. Can I give that to you? Let me show it
you. That was beautiful. Here we are in December. Holy moly, I can't believe a whole year has gone by so quickly. Anyway, we have a new theme for December. This comes right from the Science of Mind magazine. Who has the subscription? Yep, keep getting them. Renew that, In 2027, it'll be 100 years of constant production of the Science of Mind magazine. I know, isn't that lovely? So keep getting those subscriptions. We can push it over the line. Anyway, so this comes from the Science of Mind magazine. Theme for December is shedding our skin. I don't know who makes these up, okay, but we just roll with it, don't we? We just roll with it. So I thought today we would talk about shedding our skin. Okay, we're talking about, anyway, just the stuff that no longer serves. How about that? The stuff that no longer serves us. Just like skin, the snake outgrows it and it has to shed its skin. There are things that we have to get rid of because they no longer serve, right? Things that we have outgrown. We have to release. And so that's what we're talking about today. What no longer serves, there's an old story that the Buddha, someone asked the Buddha specifically, very, very skeptically, what have you gained through meditation? And the Buddha said nothing at all. He didn't say nothing at all. He said nothing at all. And so the gentleman followed up with, well, then why, Blessed One? What good is it? And Buddha said, well, I didn't gain anything through meditation, but I can tell you what I lost. I lost sickness, anger, depression, insecurity, the burden of old age, and the fear of death. That is the good of meditation, which leads to nirvana. Great quote. Second thing about it is Buddha never said that. But that's okay. It's still a great quote, right? We can still use it. It still makes sense. And he's right, whoever it was that said it. Well, now I said it, so you can quote me. Anyway, you can't believe everything you read on social media. You know that, right? Like I just ran across a quote the other day from Abraham Lincoln that said, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Okay, still applies. Meditation doesn't give us everything, doesn't give us anything. It's what it removes. Meditation removes our anxiety. It removes our obsessive thoughts, our fear thoughts, our false belief thoughts. And spiritual growth is about releasing. It is about releasing all of the artificial things that we took on while we were growing up. We grow by releasing all those old habits and behaviors and thoughts and fears and false beliefs that keep us doing the same things over and over and over. Ernest Holmes said, everyone is the cause of his own experience, whether we know it or not. We are all carrying negative experiences of our past into our future, merely because we've not disconnected them from our minds. If we are creating a negative future, it is because we have not changed our thought about it in the present. So you look at your life now, right? Your life now is the report card of your previous thinking. That's really what it is. It tells you what you've been thinking. So let's talk about releasing what no longer serves, right? Or it's called sometimes emotional decluttering. Kind of like your garage. You open the door to the garage, you look in and you go, oh, hell no, not today. Not today. I'll do it some other day, right? But we need to do that work, the emotional decluttering. Spring cleaning for the soul. It's really what it is, but without all the allergies and dust and everything. So let's be honest for a minute here. Most of the things that we hold on, we hold on to them way longer than we need them. You know that, right? We do. Old grudges. Anybody have an old grudge, right? Or the thing. Expired beliefs, right? Fear thoughts. Jeans from 2006 you will never fit into again. Just not going to happen. It is not going to happen. We keep them in there. We don't have closets. We have boutiques, right? Everything from a size 8 to a size 16, it's all in there. Look, the jeans haven't served you for 18 years. They are not your jeans anymore. They belong in a museum or something. Ernest Holmes said this. He said, it is necessary that we release all thoughts as well as things that clutter up our lives. If one would take time at least once a day, he said, at least once a day, to let go of doubt, let go of distrust, worry, condemnation, and fear, and lay hold of life and all of its expressions in beauty, in truth, in wholeness, our mental congestion would be healed. Just be healed. And from that great New Thought philosopher, Elsa, what did she sing, right? Let it go, let it go. There you go, that's it. She sang it dramatically from the mountaintop. Did everybody see the movie, right? Okay. She sang it dramatically, but the message works as well if you sing it in your living room. It still works, right? While we're sitting there eating a half gallon of Haagen-Dazs because we're so stressed. Why do we hang on to things that hurt or distract or weigh us down? Yeah, see? Why is that? Because they're familiar, right? All that, remember all those old sayings when you were growing up? Oh, the devil is better than the devil, you don't know all that crap. That's why we hang on to things. They're familiar, and we love the familiar because we know where we stand with it, right? We're used to it. It feels safe. Even when it's not, it feels safe because we're familiar with it, right? Think about it. We hold on to an old phone. I have one too. We hold on to an old phone with a cracked screen and no viable updates because they've discontinued supporting it, right? But we hang on to it because, it kind of works. It kind of works. Just like we hang on to that one comment that someone made about our shoes from 10 years ago, right? Oh my God. Even though it doesn't make us feel good. Those shoes don't match that outfit, don't you know that? These do. These do. Releasing what no longer serves isn't about removing the bad, though. It's not just about removing the bad. It's about making room for the good, right? That whole, the universe hates a vacuum or hates to vacuum. I don't know what they said. Something like that. But when you release things, you're leaving room for good to come into our experience, right? And which is what we need to do. We need to release the old, the outgrown, the outdated, shed our skin, leave room for the good to come in. You can't accept your good if you're still hanging on to dear life with the stuff you've already got that you don't even like, that you don't even want anymore, that you've even outgrown, but you're not even releasing it. And if your hands are clutching the old, how can they be open and available to the good? Right? We have to release the old and the outdated and the things that no longer serve us in order to welcome in a greater expression of our lives. Joseph Campbell said we must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. That's a beautiful thought, and it's truth. Imagine your life as a closet. Why not? If you kept every shirt you ever owned, right, including those ones with kind of like that little stain, that you can't get rid of, but you can't get rid of the shirt either. You know that one, those mysterious stains. How are you going to make room for the new outfits that actually fit the person you are now? Right? You want that. You want the things that fit the person you are now. And Ernest Holmes said, whatever mistakes of yesterday may have been, today is a new creation, turning from the errors of the past that no longer serve us with its sorrows and its mistakes of yesterday. Today we enter into a new experience, but it is only, here comes the hook, guys. It is only when we forgive everyone that we may feel certain the weight of condemnation is lifted from our own consciousness. We should refuse to carry the negations of yesterday into the positive atmosphere of today, for today the world is made new in our experience. So the Ernest Holmes tells you right there. There's one way to release all that old, outdated stuff. Forgive everybody. Forgive. Forgive everybody for everything. All of it. Just forgive it. That includes ourselves. Because there's a lot of self-condemnation that goes on, right? Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I didn't do this right. Oh, I could have done that better. Why did I make that choice? That is the ugliest pain I've ever seen in my life. Whatever, right? We beat ourselves up. So we have to be part of that whole forgiveness process, right? Here's another Buddha quote that was probably not a Buddha quote, but I'm going to say it anyway. The Buddha said, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, right? We've heard that. It's a ridiculous concept. Drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Spoiler alert, they don't die. Not only do they not die, they're out there living the life of their dreams, right? Meanwhile, you're angry with them. They're living in your head, right? And they're out there. They're just having the time of their lives. They're eating tacos, watching Netflix. They're not thinking about you. It's just not happening. Meanwhile, you're replaying the argument in your head like it's the season finale of a show you don't even like. And you keep replaying it in your head over and over again. Forgiveness frees up that mental storage. Right? Forgiveness frees up the stories. It frees up the brain. Do you really want to use your brain to archive every dumb thing that was ever said in 2025? It's like, why? It just doesn't make sense. Hit delete. Hit delete. Make room for the important things, right? Like remembering why you walked into the kitchen. Just as an example. Just as an example. But forgiveness is also about stress reduction. There's less aging, right? People that are forgiving, their skin looks so much better because they don't hold on to anything. Less aging, because it's stress hormones, right? When you don't forgive, your stress hormones spike and accelerates aging. Stress hormones accelerate aging. Forgiveness, therefore, is basically a free anti-wrinkle treatment. Yay. See, here's the elf giving you life hacks. Botox? No, overpaid. Peace? There you go, 5 stars. Would buy again. It is a power move on our part to forgive. People think forgiveness is weak a lot of times, right? They refer to it or they think of it as a weakness, but it's not. It's really a power move on our part. I could continue to be mad at you, but honestly, I've got better things to do. Right? I'm not even going to think about that anymore. I got a nap. And then you get to stop the imaginary rehearsing in the shower. Anybody? Look, I know we do this. We're in the shower, you're in the shower, and it's running through your head over and over and over again. You know what? Your shampoo bottle is tired of hearing your monologue. Really, really. It's out. Forgiveness lets you release that. Just release it. Lets you retire from being the unpaid actor in your own personal soap opera with real soap, right? Forgiveness helps you more than it helps the other person. The other person may not even know you've forgiven them. Who cares? The other person could be dead. You can forgive them anyway. Right? It's your practice. Forgiveness is self-care, right? This is emotional adulting. Forgiveness is self-care. You've released yourself from the burden of condemnation. Even if the other person doesn't deserve it, because that's where you go with your talk, right? But they were so mean, but I was right and they were wrong. Forget it. Ernest Holmes said, remembering spirit holds no evil toward anyone, and that God is love. We should emulate this divine lesson and forgive all, that our hearts may be free from the burden of our own condemnation. You don't forgive somebody, you keep them locked up in that behavior from the past, right? And they're in jail, but who's the jailer? It's you. So who's stuck back there with them with the key? You, right? So you're not free to move on either. Forgiveness cures all of that. So how else can we release what no longer serves? So forgiveness is a big part of it. Well, first we have to identify what no longer serves. How about that? If something's a drain on your energy. That whole Mary, what's her name? Marie Kondo, right? Does this bring joy? Then get rid of it, After she said you should only have 30 books, and I went, like 30? Like, you mean on your nightstand? When she said only 30 books, that's where she lost me because, bookshelf after bookshelf. Anyway, identify what no longer serves, right? If it dims your joy, if it drains your energy, if it makes you feel like you're carrying around an emotional bowling ball, drop it. Drop it. Put it in the donate pile. You don't need it. Acknowledge the lesson. Here's another thing you can do. Everything teaches us something. Nothing comes into our life experience without a gift in its hand. Nothing. There's always something to learn from whatever we've experienced. So get the lesson, right? Acknowledge it. Even the bad ones, even the bad relationships. There was something there, right? Oh my God. Even the bad relationships teach us something of value. It's sort of like the group projects for adulthood. Remember when you were in school? God, you hated them. Those group projects. Well, bad relationships are kind of like that. They're like the group project of adulthood, Take what you have found from it, the gift out of it, and move on. Move on. And let go with gratitude. Here's another one. Let go with gratitude. If we're releasing stuff that no longer serves, let go of it with gratitude. You can say, thank you for the lesson. Goodbye. Right? Thank you for the lesson. I've learned something about being with you or having this experience or having this job or having this boss. But, goodbye. Or, hear me out. If you're feeling a little spicy, you no longer serve me. In fact, you barely served me when you were supposed to serve me. Bye. What part didn't you understand? The buh or the bye? Right? You can get spicy with it. Move toward feeling lighter. When you release those things that no longer serve, there is a lightness to it. If you look in your closet and you've got clothes in there that you haven't worn from last winter, and you didn't wear them in the spring, and you didn't wear them in the summer, and you didn't wear them in this past fall, and here it is winter again, and you still haven't worn them, get rid of them. Somebody needs them. They're somebody else's clothes in your closet. Get rid of them. Life is too short to carry dead weight. Am I right? Whether it's emotional, mental, spiritual, or the pants that cut off the circulation around your waist when you try to put them on, right? If it's the pants, just get rid of it. And when you start letting go, you'll discover things. Well, you'll discover there's more stuff to let go of. But you will discover you're breathing easier. You're feeling lighter. You laugh more. Isn't laughing good? Laughing is great. I love laughing. You laugh more. You become less interested in the drama and more interested in the peace. And peace is a real luxury item right now. And guess what? The only thing that you need to do is to do the work. That's it. Just do the work. Ernest Holmes said, have no fear of tomorrow. Enjoy today. Refuse to carry the corpse of a mistaken yesterday around with you. Wasn't he just brilliant? I love that. The words, the pictures that come to mind. Anyway, he goes on to say, what untold misery is suffered through the burdens imposed by our yesterdays and bitter prospects of our tomorrows. The good of the present day is almost always sandwiched between these two impossible situations. The day in which we live is sufficient. We're to live today as though God were in its heaven and all is well with our souls. All is well with our souls. Letting go is basically the mental, emotional equivalent of uninstalling the malware in our brains. Delete, 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 delete. Delete the old, outdated, destructive programs from the past that limit your experience of your present. And I want to leave you. This Anne Lamott said, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. So sometimes releasing what no longer serves us is simply pressing that internal reset button. So I invite you to let go. Let it go, let it go. I don't sing it. James will sing it for you. Let go, let it go. Let go of the grudges. Let go of the clutter, the stale beliefs. Let go of the old pants. Make space for the life that is wanting to express itself through you. Give it room to express. It's waiting for you to create that vacuum. And if letting go feels a little scary, because sometimes it does, because it's new and it's behavior you're not used to, just remember, it was scary riding a bicycle for the first time, too. And you only crashed a couple of times. And then you got the hang of it. Letting go is a lot like that. You might crash once or twice. But then you get the hang of it, and you let go what is no longer needed. And your life is fuller for it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Patti. I don't know how Spirit always puts me here where I need to hear something. There it is. This is Angels. You say you've been on suffering, did learn that in school. And I'm a glutton for punishment. Did they teach that to you? Say there were no bad schools. I made up my own rules. There were angels watching over me. I drank beer in the morning to start my day. The sister comes around, says that's not okay. I tell her no worries here. You've got nothing to fear. There are angels watching over me. I say their heart breaks to tear me apart, but try, have a good life, do the best that we can, 'cause there's angels watching over me. My friend Andy's in the fight for her life. She says that's okay, 'cause God made it right. She says I've got nothing but time. Tell me what's on your mind. There are angels watching over me. I say, we're such good friends. How could I go wrong? And there's no crying. This life stuff would rip us apart. But there's angels watching over me. Time goes on, and so do I.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. There are angels all around us, aren't there? My gosh, I love it. This is our time for conscious circulation. This is our ability to just dive into the river of God's abundance and know our wholeness, meaning there is no shortage or limitation of anything. God is infinite. The qualities of God are infinite. We live and move and have our being in an infinite universe. So let's pray about that. Let's pray, knowing that there is only one life. It is God's. It is expressing infinite expressions of God all over, all around us. And we know that that is abundance and opportunities for joy and opportunities for wisdom. We know that all the qualities of God flow through us, and they are unlimited. They are unlimited. There is an infinite supply of good all around us, and we accept by saying yes, and the universe says yes right back at us. We know that there is more good and more good and more good than we could possibly imagine. And we say yes, and then we accept gratefully, we express, we give graciously, and we stay in that flow of God's good all the time. I give great thanks for this. I know this is truth. And so it is.
This is my wish. I wish for the world, that peace would find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sings. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Let it shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. This is my wish for the world, that peace would find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sings. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Let it shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Let it shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth.
I love that song. Thank you so much. So there are angels all around us, aren't there? We have some miracle minutes I want to share with you. This one's from Cindy. And she said, on Halloween, October 31st, I had a full knee replacement. I am so grateful for all the prayer support I received through surgery and recovery, as well as positive and encouraging text messages and care from our Vision community. She's very grateful. She felt the prayers and Spirit's presence, and the prayer support guides her through recovery. So she's saying thank you to us. Wonderful answered prayer, and I love that. And this is from Alrac. She said this morning, patrolling the neighborhood, she saw a person of color being pulled over by the police, and then they pulled over their car just to monitor the situation, because that's what we do, right? Just kind of film it, make sure everybody's following the rules. And a second unit was called in, and at this point, the driver looked pretty scared. And so Alarak said for a moment she gave in to her fear that maybe ICE would be called or something, but she then went to prayer. Because that's what we do, right? We go to prayer, absolutely. She went to prayer knowing the truth for this gentleman. She went to prayer affirming that all is well. And within 2 minutes, he was free to go. No tickets were given, nothing. And she said she spoke to him after the incident, and he said he thanked them for being there, and he said it helped him to not be so scared. And that's why we do what we do. It turned out he had just purchased the car from an auction, and there was something in the DMV that looked like it might have been, impounded, or all the paperwork hadn't gone through or whatever. So he, out of the blue, he was just free to go. Yay. She said this, and I love this. She said, this was truly a water to wine moment as prayer was answered in real time. And isn't that lovely when that happens, right? You know that. Thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. That's why we do what we do, because prayer changes things. It absolutely does. And now it is time for the last word by Johnny Kirko.
Thank you, Dano. Hello, everybody. Online, we continue our meet and greet. Want to let you know we have over 40 people online watching us today. So from all over, we have Sweden, Mexico, all over. So join us for the meet and greet. We have a practitioner available for prayer. I'd like to say hello to you and get to see your faces from all over the world. So thanks for joining us. The Visions Men's Circle is getting together today. I believe they start at 11:30, correct? 45. Dang it. JP 11:45.
He changes it every week.
Is that what it is? Just to mess with me? 11:45. So don't look at that screen behind me. Dang, I was so proud of myself too. 11:45. The prayer shawl group, are they here today? Boy, I'm failing today. Are you guys doing that today? Very good. And what time are you guys meeting? 11:45. That's where the 11:45 was. The prayer shawl group's going to get together and do some, and in a couple of weeks they're also going to show all of the work they've done for us. We're going to have them show off all of the different works. They're going to be handing them out to the hospitals and other places. So in the next 2 weeks we'll show you there. So this week is another part of our Christmas celebration and holidays. We are doing the Christmas caroling on Wednesday evening. We start at 7 p.m. It's got a lot of fun. We have cider and cookies and all kinds of stuff. Come and join us. It's just a night of, it's kind of Vision's Christmas party, so join us. It's fun. We have a good time. Jim Bianchi's going to be playing. We put the music up on the overhead. You can lead us if you want, and we have a microphone and stuff, so come sing with us. Then on Thursday evening, we've got Joe Rathburn and Peter Boland. They're going to be doing the music of John Denver. So really good. That's the biggest show they do of the year each year. So come and join us on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Next week, the Donnell show, Christmas show, is sold out. So we sold that out over a month ago. So it is booming. But they're still online available too. So if you want to watch it online, you can. And next year, we're talking about doing 2 shows. So that's what's happening there, yes. Also next week, we have Andy and Nathan. They're going to be doing songs for the holidays. We have Joe Rathburn and Art Deco going to be doing a show, Too Much Fun. So all kinds of Christmas and wonderful stuff. And then Christmas Eve right here at Vision on the 24th at 7 p.m. The Higher Vision Choir, Mariah Angeline, Andy Anderson, Nathan Fry. It's going to be loaded. So plan on being here. Invite your friends. Going to be a good time. We're still collecting canned goods, non-perishables for the Feeding America. Boxes are found here in the sanctuary as well as in the front. Join us for that and keep bringing those. We already did one drop-off. Lee says we had how many pounds? 290 pounds of food was dropped off. That's pretty impressive. We get a lot of people were served for that. So thank you for bringing that food and keep bringing those. Also, the poinsettias, you see them up here in the front. We are, if you want to buy one, you can just purchase one online, or you can see Paul in the bookstore. They're $30 and you get to take them home after Christmas Eve, but it helps us make this space look so beautiful. The Adopt-A-Bill is continuing. We have the Adopt-A-Bill, which is, and we moved Bill down the hallway. because it's the holiday season right now. So, but doesn't mean we're still not doing Bill. We've got Bill available. So if you'd like to help and support any of the programs we have here, grab a sticker, go see Paul in the bookstore, or you can do it online as well. We're seeing donations come through, and everybody who's done that, thank you very much. We appreciate the support at Vision, and it's just wonderful, wonderful stuff. Next week, we have Reverend Patti Parrish, so she'll be back. Her talk title is Looking Back and Moving Forward. We have Shayna Pugh with the house band, so it'll be lots of fun. How about Lisa Sanders today? Lisa's been traveling. She was in Corpus Christi just the other day, and she was at a gig at 3:30 last night. Our sound guy was at a gig till 2 a.m. last night. I was here till midnight last night, so we are working hard for you. I just want you to know. We're all tired, dragging ass, but we're here. I want to say hello to Dan over here as our piano. He's filling in for Mark. And now I'm going to send a little surprise to him because it is the beginning of the month of December, and we celebrate birthdays. So we're going to be singing happy birthday. So if you want to join us in there. If your birthday's this month, please stand up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, December babies. Happy birthday to you.
All right, we all get to hear what we got today.
Well, we have a special cake on request because today is actually Joel's birthday.
Joel Anderson.
And so he requested, we have the most chocolate cake you could ever get.
What kind
Everything.
is it?
Chocolate, chocolate, chocolate.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
We don't have
Chocolate.
it anymore.
Chocolate.
Also, I want to mention to you, it is a holiday season, and our gift shop has lots of wonderful little knickknacks and stuff for
And more coming in.
the holidays. So pick something up. They're great stocking stuffers, or you want to give a gift to Joel today or Candace. It's their birthdays this month, or Eileen. So say happy birthday to them. And also, I want to mention to you, so we had a concert last night with Eve Sellis. It was fantastic, wonderful, wonderful stuff. And she mentioned to us today that our Christmas tree with the lights back here brings Elphaba on the picture, and I don't know if you can see her right here. Elphaba, and if you don't know who Elphaba is, it's from the movie Wicked or the book or the play, and you can see her outline. So she is celebrating this Christmas season with us. Thanks, everybody.
Holy moly, she is. We're going to stand up and we're going to say our affirmations, and I'm inviting the ministers and the practitioners to come forward, get ready for our prayer. We're going to support everyone in prayer. Okay, we have the right ones up there, right? Oops, I didn't say that out loud, right? Okay, let's say these affirmations together. Remember, present tense, powerful, personal, passionate, all of those P words. Okay, you ready? You with me? Okay. I embrace the present moment with peace and gratitude. I welcome things that align with my purpose. My mind is open. My energy is renewed. 3. Okay, I heard it. There's a lot going on there. Okay, number 3. My mind is open. My energy is renewed. Absolutely. Energy is just infinite. Let's pray. We know that there is only one life. It is God's. It is whole, perfect, and complete. It is our life right here, right now. And everything that we know of God, from abundance to wisdom and everything in between, all of those qualities of God are qualities of us. They flow through us and as us into a world. And that is changed by our presence in it. So I give great thanks that we are the peace that the world is so desperately calling for now. We are the love that the world needs, and we are the joy that the world deserves. Giving great thanks for all of the good we are and all of the good we do. I simply know this as truth, and so it is.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la.
forgiveness. Yep, it's a biggie.